What's up, everybody? I love being a dad myself, but probably the reason why I love being a dad so much is I have an absolutely phenomenal father myself. Through the years, my dad has given me tremendous advice. Far too much advice to give you in one video, but in this video, I'm going to give you 3 pieces of crucial advice that have literally transformed my life that my dad has given to me. So stay tuned. So, if this was a video on advice that my wife has given me through the years, it would probably be about not making a video in a wrinkled shirt. But this is not a video about advice my wife has given to me. It's a video about advice my dad has given to me. So, let me start off with the first piece of very crucial, critical advice. Now, my dad first told me this when I was young, but being young, I didn't really take it in until I was much older. But once I truly understood it, once I began to implement it in my life, it radically changed my life. So here's what my dad told me. He said, study as though you have to teach something. In other words, when you're in school and when you want to learn something new, if you just study so that you can get the answers right for the test, then you're not going to genuinely know it. But when you study information as though you have to teach it, and remember, when you're teaching others, you're not just teaching people who learn the exact same way that you do, you're teaching people with widely diverse learning styles and experiences. So if you really understand the material, then you can teach it. So study as though you have to teach the material. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. I didn't get this until the end of my undergraduate career. So I got it by the end of my undergraduate career, and then through graduate school, I really had this idea down. But the idea most hit me, and I most truly understood it here, not just here, but here, when I became a professor. Because when I first started off being a professor, I realized, wow, what he said was so true. I don't want to just know a concept. That's great. I have some idea of what a concept is. I want to be able to know it so well that I can impart that to others. And I need to be prepared if others have questions I never really thought of. So I always believed, ever since then, that I don't truly know something unless I know it well enough to be able to teach it to anyone, regardless of where that person is in terms of learning. If I can't teach it to you, if I can't say it in a way that's effective for you, then that means I don't truly know it. So, when you're learning something, the first piece of advice that I'm going to give you from my dad is study as though you have to teach it. When you do that, my goodness, will it transform how you learn about the world. The second piece of advice that my dad has given me, and again, he's given me tons of advice through the years, but the second piece of advice that I'm going to share with you in this video is that if you read something and you don't understand it, then read it again. And if on that second time when you read it, you don't understand it, then read it again and again and again and again until you do understand it. Now, for me, this advice is profound because what it did was shape my work ethic. All too often we encounter something and we don't get it right away. And so we give up, we fail. We say, oh, that's it, I can't do it. So I don't understand it, so I'll never understand it. Or we try again and then we say, well, I kind of tried it again. No, listen, read it. If you don't understand it, read it again. If you don't understand it, read it again. In other words, never stop. The underlying belief to what this advice is believe in yourself enough to know that you can do it. You can do it. It's going to take effort. It's going to take you trying again and again and again. But believe in yourself and trust that you will be able to get it with the right amount of effort because you are capable, you are able to understand any concept. But you will need to put in, probably at times, much more effort than you want to put in. You'll probably need at times to put in much more effort than you think you should have to put into it. But with that effort will come great understanding. So again, the second piece of advice that I'm giving you today from my dad is read something, and if you don't understand it, read it again. And if you don't understand it, read it again, and keep doing it until you understand it, because eventually, I know you will. The third piece of advice that my dad has given to me that I'm going to give to you in this video is, are you ready for this? This is powerful. Listen to this statement. He has told me this since I was a little kid. This is not your practice life. That's powerful. Let me say it again. This is not your practice life. In other words, this is it. This is your life right here, right now. The effort you put into your life is the effort you're putting into your life. You can't wait for the things that you want. You can't wait to begin to pursue the things that you want. You can't wait to start working hard later. This is not your practice life. This is your life right here, right now. And when you understand that, when you truly understand that, body, mind, and spirit, then you will pursue anything you want with everything you are. And you will work incessantly until you get it. I believe in you. I want you to believe in you. And I want you to truly understand that this is not your practice life. When it comes to studying and learning and pursuing knowledge, I want you to study and pursue and learn knowledge as though you have to teach it. When it comes to you encountering information that's difficult for you, I want you to read it again and again or watch it again and again until you truly get it. And beyond anything, the most powerful piece of advice my dad has ever given me that I'm sharing with you is this is not your practice life. This is not your practice life. In fact, my dad runs a website called thisisnotyourpracticelife.com. So if you'd like to learn not just from me about my dad, but directly from my dad, please visit thisisnotyourpracticelife.com. He writes articles all the time, and you can learn from him. His mind is phenomenal. He writes about vast subjects, and he will teach you a great deal. Visit thisisnotyourpracticelife.com. And in terms of the 3 pieces of advice from my dad to you, well, I hope it helps. And above all, I hope it brings you much peace. As always, if you like this video and you want to learn more about me, then visit drchristianconti.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit like. And if you need to take a moment to say that you really like something from this video, I would appreciate it. Hey, whatever you're doing, I'm sending you all the best and tons of peace.